This is Glendon with Making Money with Storage Unit Auctions. The title of today's segment, Storage Auction Finds Gucci, the ultimate smell good cologne. One of the things that storage auctions did for me was introduce me to things that I normally wouldn't have came across in my everyday walk of life. Just wouldn't have happened. And right here in my chubby little hands, this stuff, check it out, this is good stuff. This is good stuff. This is like the ultimate smell good. I had to finally order some after like 6 years. I bought the unit, and this lady, she was a hustler, but she got sick, and she had several boxes of cologne, from Gucci to Dior, and everything from that, the high end, all the way down to Mary Kay and Avon. She was just a smell good lady, and I bought the unit, didn't pay anything for it, like 40 bucks, and essentially was my cologne source for many years, because I got this bad boy, which when it first came out was, oh my, I love this stuff. I love this stuff. This stuff is the bomb. If you want, and it's a manly smell. I don't like that light stuff, and I'm not saying, it's wrong if you do, but I like that peppery stuff, like the Karl Lagerfeld. That was some good stuff. Or the Godfrey Bean back in the day. That's what I like. But back to the story. Got her unit, and it just introduced me to a completely different world. Because at first I was like, okay, perfume and everything. I did not know how much that stuff spent, because I wasn't that type of dude that spent a lot of money on cologne. I didn't, Like I said, I was very, very Calvinistic. I would get 1 cent and just stick with it, which is kind of what happened here since I ordered this. But that was my deal. I would get with it, and it opened up so many different avenues, because from that one unit that cost me little or nothing, I learned just how much people pay for smell good. Some of the stuff she had in there sold for I know the shocking stuff was the smallest bottles, and I'm not even gonna lie, I couldn't even pronounce the name of that crap. That stuff was going for $80 to $90 a bottle, and she had 30 bottles in there. Do you understand me? She had 30 bottles. One of the things that really strikes me up, and this is an isolated incident with Miss Smellgood, is how many people buy brand new stuff and put it in storage. Anything from clothing to, I almost understand the wedding gifts. And before the mortgage market turned, I kind of understand, like, a couple was building a house and they would go out and they would get paintings and appliances and stuff for that dream home, and they would see it and get it, because a lot of times when you want something, especially with furniture, if you wait 6-7 months to go back, it's gone. They've changed the line, they can't get it anymore. So if you see something you really, really like, sometimes you have to act upon it. So I get that, but I don't get buying some chick's locker and there are 30 to 150 pieces of clothing, including shoes and purses, that were never worn, ever. With the receipts tucked inside of them. They've had the stuff anywhere from 3 to 6 years, never worn. Now for me, it was a great thing. Brand new merchandise with tags. Hey, people love that shit on eBay. They love it with a passion. But you see that type of stuff all of the time. And I'm just like, why would you? And I'm going to put this out to the ladies. Why do y'all do that? Because, sure, I got a few dudes who did that, but just a few. It really was predominantly the women that you get a unit, and man, you're opening up boxes or bags of just new stuff. And you're like, what is going on with this? And it's a funny situation. But that is just one of the small things that storage auctions gave me in terms of exposure. Because I'll tell you something else that's really hot that you won't even think about. Hair care products. Shampoo, conditioners, coloring. I bought this hairstylist unit, and she had this stuff. And it wasn't a lot of stuff. Like I said, it was one-off stuff. It was that high-end, salon stuff. I can't even pronounce the name, because it was like she something. But that crap went on just a little bitty bottle. Seriously, I'm going to take this box. Okay. Take this box, right? And take my finger. And you see what's on this side? A tube like that, 40 bucks. For a little tube like that. Seriously, if you thump it and it go on the floor, you might lose it. I was shocked. and the coloring and certain shampoos, 30, 40, 50 bucks for, because, she had the big old bottles and that stuff. People are, I mean, you have something really, really hot when you put it on eBay and within 20 seconds, well, not even 20 seconds, I'm exaggerating because it takes a little while for it to populate. But seriously, 30 minutes, you've got responses, emails saying, hey, do you have more? I'll pay that. It's crazy. Another thing that also shocked me was cookware. I did not know how expensive good cookware is. And I'm talking about the heavy duty pots and pans. Because, I grew up in Alabama. I grew up in the house, we had cast iron, knock you upside the head, put you in the coma skillets. That's what we had. So I buy this unit and, let's see, Le Creuset, I think that's it. These pots and pans, they're baked enamel. People love them. They pay 30 bucks for the lids, 100 and something for a pot. That stuff was crazy. But another thing that got me was heavy duty stainless steel cookware. It's different. It changed because, when I had to buy cookware for the first time in many years, I bought a very expensive set. And it's not because, I gotta have the best of the best. It just, from a practical standpoint, it makes sense. One, you're not gonna destroy it. Like that cheap stuff you get, you use it a year or two, the handle's coming off, it's falling apart, you gotta go out and get some more. But this stuff cooks differently, it cleans up much easier, and you just like, it's just the quality makes a difference, and this is your food. So I went ahead and did it. But I would still be like, I'm not gonna spend that on some pots and pans. We're gonna go to the dollar store and we're gonna get this and get this. Look, no, it totally changed my life. I can't do that stuff because, to use an often quoted expression, once you know better, you do better. I mean, seriously, that is one of the things. But for me, one of the most exciting parts of the storage auction game was the discovery. You never knew how your life was going to be impacted because, now I wear cologne. I'm grown. I wear cologne and stuff. But before then, I didn't really care about that stuff. I would wear some every now and then, or maybe on the date. And I just learned from buying the units of certain people that there's certain things that enrich your life, and they really don't cost a lot of money. It's all about design, technique, and style. I'll take, Mr. Chicago. This was the unit I bought at Peter Street, but there was no drama because it was what I call a suitcase unit. 4 or 5 suitcases, a duffel bag, and you're done. I mean, I literally cleaned out the unit in one trip. That's how much stuff was in there. But this guy was dressed right dressed. Everything was like super coordinated, and I actually got some tips about style from this dude because he was a large dude, but his stuff was like dress right dress, color coordinated. The pictures he had in there, he dressed appropriately for his size, and it looked good. And these are the things that I picked up from storage. I used to dress like a freaking bum, except when I was in the military and corporate America. Well, shoot, even in corporate America, I went safe. White shirt, blue, black, gray pants. I mean, how wrong can you go with that? And I learned how to take a few risks and kind of develop a signature style. And I was just like, all this came from storage auctions. So, when you're digging around in there, sometimes when you're looking for money, you're going to get something more valuable, information, a sense of direction, and some smell good. I love this stuff. And seriously, every chick that I've dated, when I was wearing it, it was just like, what's that? I mean, it was almost like instant panty wetness. I mean, seriously, I love this stuff. It works for me. And also, if you're a guy that was like me that didn't wear this stuff, understand your body chemistry will make this stuff smell totally different. So what works for me may make you Mr. Stinky Magoo. Just saying. It doesn't work for everybody. I'm a heavy sweater. That's why I need that heavy stuff, because the light stuff evaporates in like an hour or so and it's gone. And I might as well be wearing nothing. But that's the deal. And I'm doing this because it's the holiday season, and people are wondering, can storage auctions benefit you? I have given so many brand new gifts that I got out of storage units, it wasn't funny. So hey, here you go. Merry Christmas. It didn't cost me nothing. That is the aftermath of a unit that was full of profit. And that's what I'm saying. A lot of people kind of get into this business and they're looking for, the big hit or to do amazingly well financially, and that can be part of it. But just rooting around in someone's life is the most interesting shit that I've ever done in my life. I felt like I got to go into someone's house, pull open all of their drawers, flip through all their checkbooks, go through all their financial documents, and get a snapshot of who they were as a person. Sometimes this snapshot's kind of blurry, sometimes it's very clear, sometimes it's janky as hell, because I just assuming I've had the humans of criminals. And just some of the stuff that I learned about how the world works, it just blows my mind. And I'm still learning. But if you're a person that likes discovery, if you like a little intrigue and you like mystery, that's another aspect to the storage auctions that you can find. And you'll find it in the damnedest of places because, going to my blog post, Barbie's My Favorite Chick, I didn't expect to find that in that little ugly ass room. I had no clue, but it was a wonderful surprise. So just know, you get into the business, there's a lot more to it than just finding all kinds of crazy stuff. There's a lot more to that. All right, this is Glendon. We're making money with storage unit auctions.